The PS2 is one of my favourite consoles to collect for, and if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you'll know that I've been on a bit of a mission to collect a few PS2 games. It's a little bit nostalgic for me, but what I've really enjoyed is going back and discovering some great games which I really didn't know too much about when I had one as a kid. So in this video, what I'm going to do is see what CEX would sell my PS2 collection for, and I'm going to see what the difference is between what they would sell it for, and if you stick around to the very end of the video, I'll tell you how much cash they'll give me versus what they'd sell it for. So let's get the CEX app out and start scanning all my PS2 games. Okay, so the first game which I've got here to scan is SmackDown vs Raw 2006. I'll scan this on the app here, and as you can see, CEX sell this for £3.50 and they would give you 60p cash. Let's go into the next game. The next game is Rocky Legends for PS2. CEX at time of recording charge £4 for this and will give me 70p cash. The next game is Half-Life 2 for PS2. This was a charity shop find for £2, and as you can see there's actually an old CEX sticker on this as well. So if I turn this around and if I scan the barcode, then CEX charged £10 for this now, and they will give me £2 cash and £3 on a voucher. The next game is Spider-Man 3 for PS2, and as you can see this was another charity shop find for £2. If I scan this with the app, then I think CEX sell this for £6 and they will give me £1.50 cash. The next game is GTA Vice City Stories. This is one that I got off Vinted because it has the map and the manual, which never seems to exist for this game in CEX, so that's why I decided to grab this. And if I scan this, I think it's a £20 game, is it? CEX, yep, £20, and the cash that they would give me for that is £5 cash on Vice City Stories. The next game is GTA Liberty City Stories, and this is in really nice condition, complete with the map and the manual. I got this from CEX a couple of months ago. I haven't completed it, but I played up until about the second island, and if I scan this, I think it's probably still an £8 game. Yep, and CEX will give you £2 cash or £3 on a voucher. The next game is Monsters Inc. for the PS2, and I picked this up because it's a cardboard sleeve version of a game. I don't think it's a particularly valuable game, but I thought it would be nice to have one cardboard game in the PS2 collection, and as I scan that, then that's only saying £5 that CEX sell it for, and they'll give you £1.20 cash, but I think this will probably go for more online just because it's got a cardboard sleeve maybe. I'm not sure, let me know if I'm wrong about that in the comments. Next game, one of the best races of many great races for the PS2 is Outrun Coast to Coast 2006, one of my favourites, excellent soundtrack. I got this off eBay because there was none in my local CEXs at the time. So this, I think, the CEX sell it for about 15 quid. Yeah, 15 quid, and that'll be £5 on a voucher, two for cash. It's funny how low the voucher and cash are on some of these PS2 games for some reason at CEX. The next game is Guitar Hero 2 for PS2. This is not mine, this is actually my partner's, and this was up in the loft when we got the PS2 down, and this is not for resale, it says on there, so I'm going to have to Google this one on the app. We do actually have the guitar with it as well, so if I Google this one on the app and type in Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 2 for PS2, this, if we just assume it's got no guitar for easy sake of argument, then that's only a £2 game, and they would give you 30p cash. You get a lot more with the guitar, which we do have, and it is fully working. So yeah, with the guitar actually, wow, I don't know if you need the box and stuff with that, but just for now we'll go with just the game, because I know that is just, you know, they'll take that, and I'm not sure if you need a box for the guitar. This is a demo which CEX were about to throw away one time, and I was in the right place at the right time, so I just said, can I have it? And they said yes. I didn't think there'd be any point leaving that behind. I haven't played it yet. I don't think CEX will take it, obviously, but it's cool to have, and I might put it in and have a play sometime with this. The next game is Burnout 3. I love these old stickers that you get on some of these games, 2 for £10, pre-owned, £7.99 at one point from Playtime. I think this is the best of all 3 Burnout games actually. I played it briefly just to test the other day, and I thought it seemed really good, and I'm going to have to play this properly at some point. But CEX, as I just scanned that, will give you, they charge £8 for it, and they'll give you £2 cash or £3 on a voucher. Burnout 2, I never intended to collect all of these Burnouts, but I guess it just kind of happened. As we can see, pre-owned £3 sticker on. I don't think this one goes for as much as the second one. If I scan it, it's £4 and CEX will give you 70p cash or £1.40 on a voucher for Burnout 2. And here we have the first Burnout as well. I think I got this one fairly recently from a car boot sale. So if I scan this one, how much are they going to give me for this? Yeah, this is the least valuable. They will give you they charge £2.50 for it, and they'll give you 30p cash. And it's interesting because I briefly compared all three Burnouts and they just seemed to get better as they went along. So yeah, having said all that, it still is nice to have all three of them for the PS2. There might be more, and there was one on the PSP, which seems good as well. Just before we carry on, if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click like for more videos like this. Here we have SSX Free for PS2. I think this is a fairly cheap game. I know that there's a couple of other SSX games which are a little bit more pricey, but CEX charge £5 for this and they'll give you £1.20 cash or £1.90 on a voucher. SSX Free. Next game is GoldenEye for the PS2. This is another one that CEX was going to throw out one time, and I was just there and I asked them, and I asked the person that had this rejected if I could have it, and they both said yes, so happy days. Not a tremendously valuable game, but hey, CEX charge you £2 for this and they'll give you 30p cash. It's amazing how many cheap games for PS2 you can get, which are still pretty good games. I played this one a little bit, and I don't think it seems as good as GoldenEye for the N64, but it seems a cool game, so I might play this properly at some point. The next game is Gun, a brilliant underrated Red Dead Redemption style game. I played this just to test and see if it works the other day, and I thought, wow, this is a game that I'm going to get really into and look forward to playing. So it's definitely on the backlog of PS2 games. Not an expensive game either. CEX only charge £4 for it and they'll give you 70p cash for this bad boy, or a £1.40 voucher. I love all the Rockstar games on the PS2. It seemed that they could just get so many great games out in such a short period of time compared to what they can do now. This one has the map and the manual. I've had this a couple of times. It's not an expensive game, but it's just an iconically cool kind of PS2 game, I think. Very hard game. So it's one that you've got to kind of spend a lot of time with. It's not scanning on the CEX app for some reason. Does that ever happen to anybody else? Like, why is that game not scanning? It's there's kind of a few games that it just kind of sticks with, so you've got to do the kind of old search, the Getaway PS2, and it really kind of slows things down, especially if you're looking at games that are car boot or something like that. But yeah, CEX charge £5 for this and they'll give you £1.20 cash. The next game is Call of Duty, and this is an empty case, so CEX will give me nothing for this. I found this at a car boot and said the game's missing, and they just said take the case. So yeah, if I ever get the disc for that, then at least I've got the game. If I ever get the disc for this, then at least I've got the case and manual for it as well. Next game on the PS2, the first Ratchet & Clank game, excellent game. I've just recently bought the remastered trilogy on PS3 for this. So this one, I think, is it about £10 if I remember correctly? Yeah, £10 is what CEX sell it for, and they will only give you £2 cash or £3 on a voucher at the time of recording. The next game is Ratchet & Clank 2, Locked and Loaded. This also only cost me £2, so it's a great buy. And if I scan this on the app, I think it's the exact same as the first one, where they charge £10 for it, but they'll only give you £2 cash or £3 on a voucher. Hopefully you can see that there as well. Another charity shop find. This is meant to be a really good game. I think I played this, or was it the first Matrix game? I remember renting this from Blockbuster back in the day, and this is nice and complete, in lovely, clean condition. So it's nice to have in a collection, and it does seem like a really good game that I want to play. I don't think it's an expensive game. It's only £5, and once again, CEX are giving you £1.20 cash or £1.90 on a voucher for this Matrix game. Sega Classics collection for the PS2. Again, another charity shop find, nice and complete, lovely condition with the manual. I do love Sega games and I'm excited to play this. I've had it for a while and I haven't played it yet, but it's only a £5 game actually, so CEX will charge you £5 for it and they'll give you £1.20 in cash or £1.90 on a voucher. The next game is Soul Calibur 2, which is meant to be a really great kind of Mortal Kombat or a Tekken style game, which I really look forward to playing. I got this one a while ago. I have seen that pre-owned sticker on a couple of manuals actually on a few of these games, so I'm not sure if that's from GameStation or what, but let me know if you know. Something just fell out of the case then. Probably better off if we don't know what that is. I think this is only a cheap game. I'm guessing £4 or something like that, maybe a fiver that CEX are going to charge for it. And if we scan, yeah, £4, CEX will give you 70p cash and £1.40 voucher for this game. Star Wars Battlefront. I think this is a really cheap game again, but I've heard really good things about this. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard many good things about it, and this is only a £3 game, and CEX will give you 50p cash if you want to sell it to them for some hard-earned cash. The next game is Crash Tag Team Racing. This was one that was my partner's, and we found this when we got the PS2 down from the loft. And this one, I think there is a remastered version, which I think I actually bought on PlayStation Store during lockdown, I think. And this one, we've got the white screen of death. Oh no, there we are. A £10 game at CEX, and they'll give you £2 cash or £3 on a voucher. Hopefully you can see that okay. The pile is shrinking nicely, and here we have a classic GTA Vice City, which was purchased from CEX back in the day. Has the map and the manual. This was, again, one of the original games of the PlayStation 2 that we found, and I think it's more than £3, yeah, that was paid for it back when. This one, CEX will charge you £6 for this, and it will give you £1.50 cash and £2 on a voucher for GTA Vice City. SmackDown vs Raw 2007. This was in 3 for £5. That would have been a nice little deal you could have got back in the day, wasn't it? 3 PS2 games for £5. Given they're not massively expensive games, most of them are not, it would still be cool to get that many games for a fiver. This one, CEX, they only charge £3.50 for it, and they'll give you 60p cash or a £1.20 voucher. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. This one, I think, is it about £8 that CEX charge? £8, and they will give you £2 cash and £3 on a voucher for the Wallace and Gromit game. Medal of Honor, picked this up recently from a car boot just because it was a cheap game. I think I got this for maybe voucher price, and the condition's pretty nice. It comes with the manual, it's in nice condition, and I've always been curious about this game and some of the early COD games, so I thought, I think I didn't have much in it. But either way, CEX will only give you £1.50. No, they charge £1.50 for it, and they'll give you 20p cash or 40p on a voucher for this. So yeah, not much, but it doesn't mean it's not a great game. Tony Hawk's Underground, recently picked this one up, didn't pay that, and I didn't even pay that for this one, but this seems like a really cool game, and I really like the story mode on this. And this one, CEX will just charge £6 for it, and they'll give you £1.50 in cash or £2 on a voucher. The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I got this one on Vinted because it wasn't available in any of the CEXs near me. No, I tell a lie, it was. And it had one tiny little scratch on the game, and it froze beyond the training modules, which I was a little bit disappointed by, because I've got games which are much worse condition that play absolutely fine. But either way, I got this off Vinted, and a couple of weeks after I bought it, I did see it at a car boot, but it was marked up, I think, just slightly below CEX price. So yeah, there you go. If you can wait, you can eventually get all of these games. But yeah, CEX is still charging £12 for it, and they'll give you £4 on a voucher or £3 cash for this game. Really great open world game, by the way. I've just started playing it, but look forward to finishing this at some point. Another excellent game, Max Payne, The Fall of Max Payne. This one's cool because it still has the original cheat codes underneath the manual right there. And I got this one from CEX fairly recently because I've been wanting to play this, and the one which is very close to me is in pretty bad condition, so I just figured I'd get this one because I saw it and it was in much nicer condition, and I haven't seen it in any car boots or charity shops, and I've been wanting this one since I got back into playing the PS2. CEX charge £8 for it, and they'll give you £2 cash for Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. Another one which I recently got from CEX, I know that some people do find these games at car boots and stuff, but I never find the good quality PS2 games most of the time. So I got this one from CEX just because it's such a cool game. I think the Dreamcast version is the best version of this, but either way, it was still cool to have. If I scan it, if it'll let me with this number on, will it let me do it? I'm gonna have to type this in again. Well, we can see that the CEX will give you, they charge it £6 for it, and do they give you £1 or £2? Put in the comment section below if you know how much CEX will give you for it. Let's type it in on the CEX app, and they will give you £1.50 cash or a £2 voucher for Crazy Taxi. WWE SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. This is one that I can't remember where I got this from. I think this was from a car boot for £1 or £2 a while ago. I think, is it Know Your Roles meant to be the best one, which I haven't got yet, which I think CEX charged £8 for, but I was happy to get this one for not much. Either way, CEX only charge £4 for it, and they'll only give you 70p cash or a £1.40 voucher. State of Emergency, very fun PS2 game. I got this one from CEX as well because I just wanted to have it because it's a Rockstar game. I did see it at a car boot as well, just literally a couple of weeks after buying it, as it happens. But, you know, £2.50 on a voucher, it's not much, is it? It's really not much. So they charge £2.50 for it, and they'll give you 30p cash for State of Emergency. Really interesting game, one that I don't think would get made now. The next game is Need for Speed Underground 2. I haven't played this yet, as we can see there. I got it for £2, an old CEX sticker for £5, and this one, I believe, is this the one that's about 15 quid if I scan the app? Yeah, bang on, 15 quid. Once again, that lower price from CEX, £3 cash and £5 on a voucher for this game. I do look forward to playing it at some point. Let me know if it's worth playing in the comments. This is another one that CEX were going to throw out. They basically, it was from the same pile as what I mentioned with the other games. Manual disc, but no cover. So I don't know if CEX, I don't know, they didn't take it once, so they might not take it again, so we'll just leave that one. Final stack. If you made it this far, please give the video a like and subscribe to this channel. I bet this video has been going on forever, but hopefully some of you found it interesting. Bully, great game. With this one, that's not a manual, is it? No, it's just one of those little EA promo kind of leaflets you get. But platinum version of Bully, no map or no manual with this one. That is fairly common to get in CEX, but I'm not particularly too bothered really. Most people don't like the platinums, but they don't bother me. The CEX app isn't scanning on this one again, so type it in. I think, is it about an 8? No, I think it's about £10 Bully is now. Let's see. CEX, yeah, £10, £2 cash, £3 on a voucher. Sonic Heroes for the PS2, one that I've not played. It didn't scan in because do you ever get that where you buy from a charity shop and they stick over the barcode? A little bit annoying sometimes, but I've just typed it in the app, and that's actually a £6 game, and CEX will give you £1.50 cash or £2 on a voucher for this. So The Simpsons Hit and Run, another platinum game in my stack of platinum, complete with the manual and the platinum disc. And this one goes for I mean, generally speaking, goes for a lot less on eBay than what CEX charged for it, especially when it's platinum like this. I think I originally got charged £10 for this, and this isn't scanning either. Maybe it's just my platinum games that CEX doesn't like, I'm not sure. But is it a £25 game in CEX? Yeah, 25 quid, and CEX will give you 9 on a voucher, £6 cash for Hit and Run. Great game, one of the games that actually got me into PS2 because I just wanted to play it on a console downstairs. But a very hard game as well, so I haven't actually finished it yet, but I made a good dent in it. Brilliant game. Tony Hawk's Underground 2, this is one that I picked up fairly recently as well when I got into the Tony Hawk games. This is complete with a manual and all these little nice kind of side booklets that you get on these type of games. And this one, is this a little bit less than Underground 1? I can't remember. Once again, the CEX app isn't scanning my my game. I think I got this from a car boot for £2, even though it's just got a £3 sticker on. But let's see, is it more or less than the first game? It costs, drumroll please, on the CEX app, £8, and CEX will give you £2 cash and £3 voucher for Underground 2. And the very last, but certainly not least, The Sims 2 for PS2. These kind of Sims games for PlayStation 2 certainly were interesting and different, because I was a diehard PC Sims person back in the day, and I never thought I'd be interested in the console ones, but I remember having one of the Sims 2 games on PS2 and really enjoying it, so this is kind of fun for nostalgic reasoning. Let's see, it's not scanning, maybe it's just platinum games the CEX app doesn't like. So if I type in Sims 2 PS2 on CEX, it's not much this one, is it? £5 CEX charge for it. They'll give you £1.20 cash and £1.90 on a voucher. So here we are, I've just edited the video, and CEX would sell all those games for £273.50, and the calculated sum of the money that you would get if you were to trade them all in for cash would be only £71.10 for all those games. I think there's 40 odd games there, so yeah, it's quite a big difference. I guess the voucher might be somewhere in the middle. So what are your thoughts?